My name is Nguyen Hoa Binh, the founder and chairman for Next Tech Group of Technopreneurs and also chairman for Vimo Joystock Company. So I have 17 years experience as earliest serial technology entrepreneur in Vietnam since 2001. So over my entrepreneur career, I have been starting several, close to 20 different businesses in in consumer internet industry, and attracted investment from world famous investors including IDG, SoftBank, eBay, SBI, FMO, and etc. So my first startup back in 2001 was Pissoft. It was started first as a software sourcing company, and in 2004, when I found that software outsourcing is not a sustainable business model for technology companies, I started online marketplace business, which was then later on invested by eBay and SoftBank. In 2009, when we feel that pure e-commerce player is also not sustainable, so I have decided to expand my business into not only e-commerce marketplace, but also online payment, shipping for e-commerce, cross-border e-commerce, and etc. And later on, it has become one of the largest e-commerce ecosystem in Vietnam. So in 2014. I has once again upgraded my mind to go beyond e-commerce and beyond the Vietnamese border. Beyond e-commerce meaning we see that great opportunities of digitalize the traditional business using the information technology, mobile internet connectivity, and sharing economy. So we have given now the new strategy called digitalized commerce and e-commerce, right? And also for all those e-commerce applications that Nextech has launched, many of those has not been available in other Southeast Asian market yet. So that's why Nextech has come out as one of as the ultimate holding companies of all my startups, to focus on digitalized commerce technology startup and beyond Vietnamese border. That is why the Nextech Group of Technopreneurs has come out. So as I have mentioned, in 2009 I started the first online payment platform in Vietnam, Nguyen.vn, and later it has become the largest online payment companies in Vietnam. But I see payment beyond online space. I see that most of almost 99% of the transactions in Vietnam back in 2014 was offline, was in the reward transaction. So I have a question. Why are we doing only online payment? Why that is most of the majority of the transaction in the society is still happening offline. So I raised the idea of how to address the problem of reward payment with technologies. That is the first point. The second point is Vietnam has been a very a well bank penetrated countries. According to Central Bank of Vietnam, by the end of 2017, almost 60% of the adult has already been bank user, right? So the issuing is not a problem to the digital payment landscape of Vietnam, but the larger issue is in acceptance. Majority, almost 97% of the card payment volume in Vietnam has been using for the purpose of cash transaction at the ATM machine, right? So the main reason of this problem is because of lack of acceptance point versus the card issuance. So I come up with the idea that in combination with the 2 points, I come up with the idea of we need to build a very easy mobile wallet platform that facilitate the payment transaction and more focus on boosting the acceptance payment for the already well issuing penetrated issuing market just like Vietnam. So the exciting thing is that Vietnam is still very under penetrated market in the term of card payment acceptance. Majority use of the bank account or bank card is now for cash transaction, is to withdraw cash at the ATM or bank transfer at the ATM or internet banking, right? And people withdraw the cash, they have to pay to the merchant, and the merchant has to deposit that cash into the bank account again. So it is very waste of it is a big waste for the society, right? So with such kind of under penetrated market and in term of card payment acceptance, then we believe that the payment market, the mobile payment market in Vietnam will have a potential to grow like 20 times more in the next 5 years. So that is very exciting opportunity for the payments, for the mobile payment company like Vimo. And one more thing is that Vietnam, as you may know, is one of the top 10 countries in the world in terms of inbound remittance. So and also every year there are additional 80,000 new Vietnamese workers leave the country abroad for working, for studying overseas, right? And averagely every year the overseas Vietnamese is remitting to Vietnam almost more than 10 billion US dollar in the traditional way of banks, Western Union or MoneyGram, which is very slow, old-fashioned, and also very high cost. That is the reason why Vimo has been combining with this overseas partner to make foreign remittance very easy and very low cost, and especially instant, right? And we believe that we stand a clear opportunity to disrupt the traditional remittance market. One more interesting opportunity is about cross-border payment transaction. Vietnam now has become one of the top countries in the world for inbound Chinese tourists, right? This year in 2018, Vietnam will overcome France in terms of Chinese tourists visiting, right? Chinese tourists there are about 5 million Chinese tourists will be coming to Vietnam this year, and they are spending like about close to 5 billion US dollar in terms of spending. But there's lack of payment option for them to pay locally. The majority of payment by Chinese tourists coming to Vietnam is through cash, and the tourists experience hard time to exchange cash and pay cash at the local store, and they cannot manage their transactions, and also they cannot afford the higher ticket transaction too, right? And as you may know, in China, Alipay and WeChat Pay is extremely popular. It's everywhere. So we detect the opportunity here, and Vimo has become the first and at this moment the only player in Vietnam to combine with WeChat Pay and Alipay to allow Chinese tourists coming to Vietnam to pay at the local store at a popular tourist destination, and we are experiencing exponentially growing business for this cross-border payment business.